You'll do the knowledge to the master builder.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. You can feel the energy here at Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Pacers. Hill is up there with Ellis. Then there's Ian Mahimi. Then there's Allen. And it's George in the three. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Ellis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
From outside the arc, Hill pulls it in. Raptors on defense.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Feeds it to Mahimi. Ellis kicks to Hill. Dishes it to Allen. Right side, George. Toronto grabs the miss.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Scola passes to DeRozan. Screen by Scola. Lowry gets to DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. DeRozan's got his first 3 points of the game. Outside, George. It's back to Hill. Takes a three. And he gets it to go.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Here's Scola. Misses off the left iron. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The shot by George, no good. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. DeRozan against George. From downtown. And it's DeRozan missing.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of it.
And Lowry gets it to go.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Allen dishes to Hill. Gets stolen by Lowry. DeRozan with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Back to Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Powell, that's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. All good to go.
Yeah, he's on the money, there's no doubt. Hill passes to out. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard, and the shot will go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in for Mahimi. Hill comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Lawson in for Hill.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Here's Stuckey. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Raptors leading by 6.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
And Joseph gets to Biombo. Throws and dishes to Biombo. And DeRozan. Here we go.
I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. Pacers trail by 8. Watson the best to Miles. Indiana again missing. Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. Here's Hill, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Hill kicks to Miles. Clock at 4. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And stolen by Biombo. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. DeMar DeRozan pulls it down hard.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding. You know, I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Good if it goes. He got it up in time. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Raptors out in front, up by 10. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And so in the game for the Pacers. They've got Turner. Austin out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in the 4 slot. Powell, he's jacked in for Damari Carroll. Now here's Patterson. And Turner with the block. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Six to shoot. Lowry for 3. And he gets the bucket. Lowry's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Raptors.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
Outside Hill. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Joseph dishes to Lowry. That's good. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Lawson with it. Lowry picks him up. Now here's Lawson. D right on him. Nice D from Valanciunas. Here's Joseph. The second chance effort. And Turner with the block. But they'll get another chance. Powell kicks to Lowry. Screen by Valanciunas. Out to the right wing. Turner with the steal. And Miles kicks to Turner. Indiana moving it around. To the middle. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Toronto. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And for most every team out there, guys, they're looking for a guy like C.J. Miles. Decent size, natural movement skills, and can absolutely shoot the lights out. Call them buckets, because that's a lethal format.
Hill, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
The Raptors making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania Club, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism.
Beautiful jam. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now here is Lowry. 8 points for him. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball, created in his own shot. And but sometimes he would create for others too. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
There's the lob to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
Did not need two hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
Tamari Carroll's checked in for Luis Snow. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Pacers trailed by 21.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
And how about that instant response? Don't try to throw down on his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket.
Kevin, Greg, I think the stakes just got raised a little bit.
And, you know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
On the wing, DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games from him last season.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Here's Ellis. And it's blocked by DeRozan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. The Pacers making a change here. Miles is checked in. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. At the elbow, it's Turner. Pass to Hill. Puts it up from 17. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
There's the triple. No good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Toronto ahead, running away with it. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for DeRozan. He's got 13 points and also a block shot. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the 3rd quarter started. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Stewart, and it's Powell in the 3 slot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Lock at 6. And DeRozan kicks the foul. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Powell's got 9.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Pacers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
And for the Pacers against the East, they actually played the rest of the conference today very well. Ended with a 28-24 record, Clark, against the East.
The only team, Kevin, in the East with a winning record against the rest of the conference not to make the playoffs. Only went 10-19 against the playoff teams in the conference.
Joseph, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Hill leading the charge.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
DeRozan's shot is good.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Allen passes to Hill. He dishes it to Mahimi. Passes it to Ellis. Over in the corner, Allen. Offline with his 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
You know, if you're looking to build a small forward and there wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. And he's got a nice, unflappable demeanor, too. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. Another bucket in the paint, that's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
The dish to DeRozan. Wide open. And the jumper is on the mark. DeRozan's got 17 now.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Ellis dishes to Allen. And Scola pulls it down.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. But, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Damari Carroll comes in for Luis Scola. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Joseph. can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Miles Turner.
You know, the Raptors were top 5 in attendance last season as well. I mean, fans had plenty to cheer about as the team finished with 27 home wins on the year.
Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors.
Kyle Lowry.
A minute 20 left in the third quarter of the game. Out to Stuckey. It's tipped. It's stolen by Carroll. Ross passes to Carroll. Toronto working the ball around now. They set the pick. Patterson, the screen. Biombo kicks to Carroll. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Pacers with the rebound.
And the Raptor franchise record for home wins is 30, set back in 07. And you get the feeling with the way the crowd gets into it, that record won't stand much longer.
Lowry kicks to Patterson. Here's Ross. And Turner with the block. And now Stuckey running the floor all by himself.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
Knocks it loose. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Lowry against Lawson. Outside Lowry. Ross with a wide open look. Nice open look, but it's no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Raptors opening up a huge gap. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. C.J. Miles is out there with Hill. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Lawson. And it's Turner in the pivot spot, manning the middle. On the wing, Johnson. Now the feed to Patterson. Good! Patterson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Raptors. And Lawson with the drive. It's Biombo with the rebound. Biombo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wright dishes to DeRozan. But they get it back. Wright outside. "60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Back to DeRozan. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. The kick out to Wright. The Raptors rebound. DeRozan with it. Now Lawson defending.
Don't let DeRozan shoot that.
Outside DeRozan. Shoots the 3. Score of the basket. His 8. 8 for 13 from the floor.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And they're stuck. That's good on the assist by Turner. 6 points in the game for Stuckey. And right, here we go. That's good. The Pacers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Lawson. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Patterson's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Lawson. Can't get it to go. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
That's tipped, and they're able to recover. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 4 points this quarter.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Lawson drives in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And something not a lot of people talk about, Ty Lawson's defense. He has the lateral quickness, Clark, and strong lower body that gives, point guards fits.
Yeah, he's like a fire hydrant in terms of his build and strength. He's a good ball defender, but he gambles sometimes, so that can cut both ways. He'll get steals, but he'll also put you in tough positions defensively.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Thompson comes in for Bianca, and it's Powell in for DeMar DeRozan.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And Toronto making a change here. Carroll's checked in. Hill, he's checked in for Indiana.
In talking about Lawson's defense, he was down in steals last season. But a part of that is because he stopped gambling as much. He's learned where to pick his spots.
And Young kicks to Hill. The stupendous finish in traffic. Here's Wright. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Getting back to Ty Lawson, he's under 6 feet without shoes, relatively short wingspan as well, yet he's always had to deal with size limitations on defense, but he uses phenomenal anticipation and speed to win more than his share of battles at that end of the floor.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Right for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
From 13, and it's sent back by Hill. They recover it. The drive by Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on LaVoy Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game. C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Hill.
C.J. Miles.
.122 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Carroll, no one around him. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Toronto.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for DeMar DeRozan. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And here's Miles outside. Robinson passes to Miles. Miles with another miss. And here's Toronto. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Toronto making a change here. Loss is checked in. And a change for the Pacers. Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Young. And Toronto has possession. Right. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
Here's Miles. Off on that one. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just...
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles, and you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game, you know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Ha! Come on with it. Come on, come on with it. Come on with it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. You can feel the energy here at Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Indiana, They've got Ian Mahinmi. Paul George is out there at Turner. Then it's Ellis, and it's Hill at the one spot. And DeRozan gets the line. Sinks the three-pointer. Lowry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And for Louis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career. Then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the four. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
And here's Indiana. Lowry against Hill. Here's Turner. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Pass to Lowry. On deep three-point range. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field of both this one so far. Ellis, that's good. Greg, you were talking about Scola. He has the physical skills, Clark, to make a difference.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's not spectacular in anything, but he's really solid in just about everything. A pro's pro, and he adds value, tremendous value to any team he's on.
Lowry gets to DeRozan. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
The feed to Mahinmi. He gets it to Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. And it's Hill penetrating. Turner dishes to George. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. Hill, no good. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lowry's gone 1 of 3 on the night. On the wing, George. From the line. Outside Hill. Passes it to Mahinmi. To the inside. Turner.
Hit.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Well, last year, Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
Toronto with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. Screen by Valanciunas. It's DeRozan with the drive. And the rejection by Mahinmi. They recover it.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And as you mentioned, the Raptors did improve last season. I mean, they cut back on their turnovers a lot. They were top 3 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball.
Hill passes to Mahinmi. He dishes it to Ellis. The 3 from George. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And as you said, the Raptors took care of the ball a lot better and as a result had more assists. They also cut back on their fouls, and that was helpful. Little things like that made them much more competitive as a team and helped lead them to those 49 wins.
And that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Kyle Lowry.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And stolen by Scola. On up the court.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off from giving the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, he didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
And Joseph kicks to Carroll. is Ross. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Lawson. 1:52 left in the first quarter. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
The Raptors making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. Outside Carroll. Count that one. Carroll's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
And that one's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here is Miles. It's deflected. And stolen by Biyombo. Carroll kicks to Patterson. Lays it up and banks it in. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, but they've also protected the paint extremely well. You see that in their block shot totals, but also they've altered a lot of shots.
Carroll with the 3. Now, here's Joseph. He's guarded by Hill. 5 on the clock. Gets to Ross. Here's the 3. The Pacers pull it in. Fades. No good from Lawson. Now Joseph looking for his first basket still in this one. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. It's Biyombo with the rebound.
Well, he gets it in.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They finish off the first quarter on a 12-3 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Allen is out there with Mahinmi. And it's Lawson in at the point guard position. Screened by Valanciunas. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Takes the 3. Another miss by DeRozan. Pacers trail by 6. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here's Patterson. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. That's good. Carroll's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Toronto. As we're talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them great back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Luis Scola. He's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. For DeMar Carroll. And Lowry for Joseph. Indiana also making some changes. Turner's checked in for Lavoy Allen. Ellis comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Hill in for Ty Lawson. And it's Hill penetrating. Ellis draws the double. Hill has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Raptors leading by 10. Paul George with the steal. And that one is hammered home.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Ellis kicks to George. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. George has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Outside Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Hill, no good.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Raptors leading by 6. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. Partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role.
Pass to Mahinmi. Ellis against DeRozan. Lets it go from 11. Uses the glass to drop it in. 6 points for Monte Ellis.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Ellis dishes to George. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for having all those. If you listen, I might have.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had really much work on the perimeter.
Well, I love that sweet up fake, Kevin. It worked like a charm there and gave him a clear path to the lane and then to the hoop.
That move is one of the prettiest out there if you can pull it off. For 3, Hill. And the shot is good. Hill's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pacers. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. That'll be 3 seconds. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Some changes for Indiana. Toronto, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Now, here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's his first foul. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Ross passes to Valanciunas.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Raptors with the lead. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Up top, Ross. The Raptors rebound. Here's Lawson. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
I want everyone here in the Canada Center.
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
You know, Lowry is playing well. He has 15 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Stoke, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
Yes,
Toronto trailing. Now here's Valanciunas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And DeRozan kicks the foul. Outside for Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Lowry's got it all tied up now for the Raptors. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Now here is Hill. He has 7. Feeds it to Ellis. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Ellis dishes to Hill. Here's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's his first foul. Toronto calls timeout.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, played plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Ellis against DeRozan. Just 4 to shoot. Releases. The Raptors rebound. Outside Lowry. Back to DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 10 points for DeMar DeRozan. An interesting thing about George Hill, he was traded from the Spurs to the Pacers a few years back. Many people were surprised the Spurs would even trade a valuable veteran when they were trying to win a championship. But who did they trade him for? Kawhi Leonard. A pretty good deal.
Well, you know, Hill is really solid. He knocks down open shots, can run the offense or play off the ball equally well. I think he's a terrific combo guard. Gives you a little bit of everything and does it in a professional way. And that's typically what attracts him to other teams.
Here's DeRozan following the score by Indiana. Here's Powell. The 17-footer goes down. Powell's got his second bucket. Pacers trailed by 4. Hill passes to Ellis. And he uses the glass on the layups.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I'll tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Lowry gets the foul. He feeds it to Scola. Beyond the arc. The shot is off. And Indiana will go the other way with it. And George, here we go. And Scola with the block. Hill against Lowry. DeRozan in the corner. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line.
Good shot, gentlemen.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball. Created then his own shot. And but sometimes he would create for others too. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Toronto, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Carroll dishes to Joseph. The pass to Ross. Raptors need to get a shot. Puts up a 3. Shot by Joseph. No good. Indiana trailing here. This is to Miles. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And guys, Bismack Biyombo, he got into a groove at the end of last season. After Al Jefferson went down, remember the month of April, he averaged nearly 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks. He was all over the floor.
Yeah, and that's Bismack. I mean, he's that guy. He cleans the glass for you, intimidates shooters in the lane. He's not all the way consistent yet, but he's shown steady improvement.
Here's DeRozan. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
From deep, Miles. Miles with another miss. Fast break, Toronto. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist from Joseph. And now a 4-point Toronto lead.
Talking about Bismack Biyombo, he entered the league as an extremely raw prospect. He was a 7th pick in 2011. His shot and general awareness were the biggest concerns. But last season, he shot over 60% from the floor. The 2 seasons before that was only 45%.
The dish to Joseph. Here's the screen. Pass to Ross. The feed to DeRozan. From the
And getting back to Diablo for a moment, he has the potential for a breakout year. I mean, all the physical tools you would want. He's seen enough of the game. He's worked on those skills. Now it's time to just put it all together and become the player your potential dictates.
Indiana again missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. He kicks to DeRozan. Carroll passes to DeRozan. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, DeRozan's got 12 points in just the second half. Lawson drives in. Down low. Here's Allen. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Raptors up by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. On the court for Indiana. Allen is out there with C.J. Miles. Then there's Solomon Hill. Then it's George Hill. And it's Ellis at the 2-guard. Lowry gets to Valanciunas. That's good. Valanciunas has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Raptors. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Raheemi's checked in for C.J. Miles. Raptors leading by 6. Lowry drives in. And Allen with the block. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Hill leading the charge.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Lowry against Hill. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry dishes to Joseph. Here's Powell. And the shot falls short this time.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times. No question he got launched on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
George is checked in for Allen. And so it's Indiana with it. The Raptors getting the bucket. Hill, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Right wing. Here's Powell. No luck. Hill with some nice D.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading the pass. You know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. And it's Lowry penetrating. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Left side, George. Passes it to Turner. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Now it's a 7-point Raptor lead. Hill passes to George. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Joseph kicks to Powell. Now here's Joseph. Defended by George. Here's Scola. Pacers with the rebound. Mahinmi's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And George, here we go. Back to Ellis. Indiana again missing. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Powell. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Here's Powell. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. The kick out to Scola. Joseph dishes to Scola. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, that was right in his grill.
He dealt with pressure like it was nothing at all.
Yeah, and once he hit that launching pad there, the momentum that he had built up just made it unstoppable.
Ellis kicks to Mahinmi. Ellis the pass to Hill. And George, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Now here's Lowry. Over to the wing. Scola inside. Turner covering. Scola can't get that one to fall.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play.
And George gets it to go.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Toronto calls timeout. They're in front by 2. 1:57 left to play here in the fourth. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. It's been a hard-fought game, and he just wanted to give his guys a chance to catch their breath, saying, listen, we're right there. Let's make a push right here, put some pressure on them. Let's come out swinging. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. To tie it up. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And the Pacers call time here. They're down by 2. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. There's a minute 40 left in the game. Just 5 to shoot. George dishes to Hill. Outside for George. George missing again. Raptors with the lead. Outside Lowry. He dishes it to Scola. It's stolen by Hill. George with no one around. That doesn't go either for George.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Phil. That's not a good look at all.
And DeRozan. Here we go. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. And the shot is long.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that. Boy, right now they're just getting a fantastic effort from Kyle Lowry.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. And then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Now here is Hill. Kicks to George.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul. Listen, listen.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. D'Atella's on the wing. On the corner. That doesn't go either for George. We're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And that trip's coming up empty. Missing both. And the Pacers call time here.
They need a quick three here. It's a tough shot. The odds are against them, but anything's possible.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the three and D the three if that's going to happen.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.